Hello, and welcome to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Today is our weekly work in progress roundup. So, firstly, hello and thank you to the new subscribers and the comments I've received on my last couple of videos. I have replied to all of them, I believe. So thank you for that and the nice words and support. So, with that being said, um, as always, if you like the video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. And let's jump in. So, first of all, this week we've got the Ravager's ammo factory. This is built using parts from the construction set. So we've got basically a workshop in the outer section buildings, and then we've got like a goods bay in the center, and they've got a factory trader, little POI, size class 3. So that's the ammo factory. Next we've got a ruined watchtower. I think this is size class 1, another little POI. Basically just something different to explore if you're on one of their planets. Next up we've got an old shrine. Again, another little POI that if you're out exploring one of their planets. Once they're obviously added to the game. Next we have the ruined habitat. So this is converted from one of the actual habitats that I built for the faction. I think it's nice to have different kinds of POIs to explore and not just, I'll say the usual, actual faction POIs per se. Various different stages of ruins with these buildings. The stone and wood is meant to represent, obviously, the older style of faction building. Okay, next we have the prison camp. This is obviously built with parts from the construction kit as well as this outer wall, which is modified from the settlement version. So this only has the one entrance, and this is meant to represent a prison. Obviously, if you read the faction lore, when they go raiding and stuff, they do take prisoners. And obviously, like from the Xerax conflict, there would have been prisoners there. So this is designed to house them. So you've got the main entrance with the barrack areas, and then you've got the actual prison itself. So you got the little cells. These 6 blocks here all represent cell blocks. Each one slightly different in terms of prisoners. Then this back one here is the, I'll say, shower block. And then the other rear block is medical and another holding area. I'm assuming this has run out of fuel. Yeah. That's better. Then obviously on each edge you've got a no fly zone sign. Okay, next we've got the moon outpost. Another small POI. Again, this is modified bits of the construction kit. So you got a defense turret on each corner. These legs are from one of the Brotherhood builds that I did. I think it was the Sanctuary Hospital. And again, obviously they're modified originally, so credit to Randall for the original ones are those which are on his MCRN nest. So we come in here, this side you've got crew quarters. Then we've got the central control area, medical. And then this side we've got the kitchen area, rest area, some workstations, and a settlement trader. And then the central landing pad there. Okay, next up we've got the Chieftain's Villa. This is a homeworld only POI. Again, another small POI. Just something a little bit different to explore if you're on one of their planets. So you got a little office, living quarters, outside area, and then basically upstairs we've got a cleaning area, bathroom, washroom, and then bedroom. Oh, excuse me. Right. Next up, we've got the Wolf Carrier. Obviously, I did go through a guided tour on this one last week. It just needed a name, and now I've got one, the Lupus Prelelium, which means Wolf Carrier. So that's actually on the workshop now. Then we've got this little SVHV kit. So this is something I started. So all of these heads that represent the gods have been resized in SV and HV size. I can demonstrate that in a minute when we move on to the next one. And these are the basic parts so far of downscaled for SVs. So you got these, I'll say wolf for the wolf ships, the wings for that. Credit to Alessia for these. These are the thruster housings off his bear style ship. You got a weapon mount, some of the thruster deco. This is still a work in progress. It is on the workshop, but obviously I will continue to update it as I get more ideas on stuff to add to it. So next we have the Mini Slayer. So obviously the Slayer here. So you can see this is one of the Ravager ships. This has been submitted for a while now. I think it might actually... Yeah. So it's in the prefabs, it's just not actually in any playfields yet because the faction's not been added. So the Mini Slayer, again, this is obviously an SV version. As you can see, it is basically a smaller version of the CV version. This I still need to play with a bit, well, apart from the gun mounts there, obviously, because of the block differences, and I didn't want to ruin this whole wing aesthetic, so to speak. This, however, is well over CPU limit because of the thrust. So I'm not sure whether to downsize that or release it as it is, because this isn't on the workshop as yet. I still haven't decided whether to scale it back or not to make it more acceptable in terms of being within CPU limit. But as you can see, that's basically the SV version of the CV version. Okay, next we have the Athena. Obviously that's in game as well. It's the Corvette class, and this is the SV version of the Athena. So again, these heads are all in that SVHV construction kit. This one's slightly different. Obviously here I put the weapons on the wings. I changed the cockpit shape, so you've actually got a pilot seat up the top there as well. I've also got one inside, 4 crew seats, and then back here you've got all the gubbins: the generator, warp, fridge, O2 station, sorry, armor locker, warp drive constructors. Nice open bit here, and then obviously up here you've got container storage. It's got Wi-Fi, so you can access the ammo container, which is further forward in the ship. Oh, yeah. So that's only size class 1. This one is well within CPU limit, so there is room for maneuver and improvement on that. Again, that's not on the workshop, but it will be sometime this week. Obviously I need to take the screenshots and do the write-up for that. Okay, then finally we have something different. This is for Ravien's supply cache challenge for Reforged Eden. Basically, I have to build a supply cache. They're going to be added to the game. It's something to do with hacking to get in to get the loot. So obviously these are my submissions. So this is the Brotherhood version. So this is built basically using parts of some of the Brotherhood stuff I did before. The central section is basically the modified hangar area of the Raviens freighter. Obviously the symbols, they're off one of my defense turrets. This entrance section here is from Spange's far central station, to obviously keep it in look with the rest of the faction. So basically inside you've got 6 rooms. Each room has loot in it. Oh dear, sorry. And you have to hack the terminal. I'm assuming, you know, once they're actually in people will get a better idea. But basically, we had to, those that submitted things, you know, had to set them up in a particular way, and then he obviously did the the signal logic and stuff. So then we have the Ravagers version. Again, this is modified using parts from the construction kit. And finally, we have the UCH version. So this is built basically using some of the parts from some of the UCH CVs that I did and submitted that were added to the game, just to keep the whole feel of and look of the faction. And again, then you've got your 6 separate locker rooms with loot in each. So that's everything for this week. I'll aim to get the SVs up on the workshop this week. Obviously, if you follow me on Steam, you'll see when they're uploaded. That's everything for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.